Hello everybody and welcome back to Pokémon Scarlet. In the last episode, we pretty much spent the entirety of it just exploring this massive city. We've had a lot of little secrets and all that. So about time we actually went to the academy. Yeah, those stairs weren't as bad as you were saying. Any secrets around here? Ah, yep. Heal ball, okay. Okay, what about on the other side? Nothing this way. Okay, I think we'll just enter the building now. Here we are, Thomas. Welcome to the Naranja Academy. This here is the entrance hall. You can sign up for all kinds of classes at the desk behind me, and those halls off to the side lead to all different parts of the school. It's totally big enough to let loose and battle in here, but for some reason they banned Pokemon battling in the main entrance. Is battling all she cares about? Master Thomas, Mr. Mona, how did you find your first school commute? What a blast. I imagine Mr. Mona's high spirits helped with that. He's a true asset to our fine academy. Not that I was expecting anything less from our champion-ranked student council president. Reliable as ever, Mr. Mona. Well, I know how to look after my friends, right, Thomas? But speaking of which, we saw some of those Team Star kids in town, Director. Where? It was down the stairs from the front gate. They were harassing this kid with an Eevee backpack. It's quite the story. Are they still to be found out there? Actually, Thomas flexed on them and they ran off. You don't say. Of course, it's a fine thing to try and help out fellow student, Master Thomas. But you might wish to show a bit of restraint as you find your feet here at our academy. Mr. Mona, do you remember that the school's staff here is here to resolve any such troubles? Right, yes sir, Director. A child with an Eevee backpack, say. I suppose that might have been Miss Penny. I'm relieved to hear that she's come to class, at least. And Mr. Mona, if you'd be so good, do report to Mr. Jack about the Team Star business. As your homeroom teacher, he should be kept apprised of all such going on. You got it, sir? Ah, but look at the time. You two had better hurry along. Classes will be starting soon. We're in class 1A. Course 1A. Had to be like the first one possible. Couldn't be something read in like B3 or something like that. Has to be 1A. I'll show you the way. Good morning, Mr. Jack. Hello everyone. There's some exciting news this morning. Who wants to hear it? I don't think they have a choice. I suppose I should have told you sooner, but we have a new little friend joining our happy homeroom with us today. Alright, you can come on in. Could I trouble you for a few words introducing yourself? I'm glad this is a game and not real life, but I'll just struggle with this. Looks like everyone's eager to get to know you, Thomas. Alright then, who wants to be the first to ask our new friend a question? What's your favourite thing about Pokemon? I like collecting Pokemon. That's not gonna do that. I want to complete the Pokédex. The Pokédex is usually my priority with these things. It's your seat, second row from the front. It's probably the furthest of the front I've ever been. The closest to the front I've ever been, sorry. Alright, you ragamuffins. What a word is that? Be nice and friendly to our new classmates. Get to know the academy campus by exploring a bit on your own. Does this mean we can, like, leave the classroom? Try checking out places on the map. Okay. Very well, Champion Nimona. I trust you to handle this in my stead. Sure thing, you can count on me. In fact, I bet it's gonna be fun. I'm glad to hear it. Good day then. I say YOLO, hell yeah. Oh, pardon me. Oh, Thomas, hey. Piqued your interest? Huh? That lady is, well, they call her La Primera. Primera? She's strong. She can do pretty much anything. She's got cool practically coming out of her ears. She's basically everything I want to be, or that any Pokemon trainer would want to be. Which reminds me, remember in homeroom when I asked you what your dream is? Now I know you said you're all about to play the Pokédex, but hear me out. You should try to reach champion rank like me. Oh well, hang on though. I've got a whole spiel I want to give you. Here goes. The trainers who reach champion rank are the ones who raise their Pokemon really strong. They're pro tier battlers. Their moves keep crowds absolutely on the edge of their seats. You have to prove yourself to be to the Pokemon League to officially get the title of champion. And to do that, you have to do more than just take classes here. You got to take on that 8 Pokemon gym and win so you can collect their gym badges. Once you've done all that, all that's left is a special test, the champion assessment, aka the Elite Four. And once you pass that, then at long last you'll be a champion. It's every Pokemon trainer's dream, the coolest title anyone could ever hope to get. Not to brag or anything. I reached champion rank during our last treasure hunt, you know? Oh, the treasure hunt is a special independent study thing we've got here. Should happen soon. Our last one started not long after the beginning of this school year. After the beginning of this school year. It's great. You get to leave school and to go and have an adventure and learn however you want. I'm really struggling to read here today, aren't I? I guess you could say my journey to becoming a champion was the treasure I found. Maybe? I don't know yet if that's the answer I'm looking for. Anyway, I've got a feeling I'd be able to get even stronger if you and I were both working at it. Let me go ahead and save the gym locations in your map app in case you decide to go for it. Okay. Victory Road. Huh. Give it some thought. Okay. Map hero. Okay. Okay, that's cool. So there's a lighthouse at each end of the map, or each side of the map. So yeah, so south, north, east, west. Got it. This looks like real fun because you only explored this like southern area so far. Yes, we only started here. Interesting. The Great Crater of Paldea. Huh. This will be real fun to get to later on. Okay, I think enough for now. But I say Riolu, and I want to get one myself because Riolu is awesome, and the curry was even more awesome. Second best Pokemon ever. So just cafeterias, all the stuff here. Probably started going okay. What do you have today? I think I'll pass for now. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Oh, hey, so we meet again. You remember me, right? Oh, from the lighthouse. Yeah, exactly. That's my little know-it-all, buddy. Got a mind to still chat, hey? Don't tell me your name, Thomas, right? Whole school seems to be talking about you. New kid showed up with the president of the student council. I normally wouldn't even bother showing up for class, but I came all the way to school, all the way to school today just to talk to you. My new celebrity. You gotta help me out. Yeah, you gotta help me out so I can finally make my dream a reality. What's this dream first? Heh, caught your interest, have I? You want to hear all about my dream, right? Well, this might come as a surprise, but the fact is, I'm all about the peeping life, the great outdoors. Perfectly prepared sandwiches, all of it. Not half bad cooking either, I can tell you. Right now, I'm researching new recipes that'll help Pokemon feel better. Real health food, see? Found this book the other day, and it had a section about these herba mystica things. Basically, there's some kind of special herb that heals up any Pokemon as soon as it eats them. Now, there are a total of 5 different types of herba mystica based on what I read. Just taking a little lick of them once they've been powdered, once they've been powdered, will get your blood flowing, provide nutrients, prevent aging. It'll even boost the immune system. Sounds like they're really useful in the real world. These herbs seem like the real deal, only found here in Paldea and are rare to boot. But this book says they're all guarded by Titan Pokemon, meaning that it's going to be pretty tough to try and go even a few sprigs. Because see, Titans are, well, I think they've got to be things like this. Monsters of Area 0. As we descend further into Area 0, I'm going to guess right now and say that Area 0 is that big crater. We've begun to catch glimpses of mysterious Pokemon, though we've wondered if these huge ferocious beasts were indeed Pokemon at all. One of our team suffered a brutal blow from such a beast and was mortally wounded, forcing us to retreat for a time. A member of the survey team captured this photograph by chance. I noticed a passing resemblance to the Pokemon known as Donphan. Yet differences such as its sheer size and the shape of its back set it apart, as do its great tusks. I really want to get those herbs for myself, but I'm not very good at Pokemon battles. Don't have any friends with strong Pokemon to lend me a hand either. And I'd never hit the end of it if I went crawling to that student council girl. But here you waltz up. You gotta help me out with this. It'll be perfect. Sure. No, wait, I don't need an answer yet. I'll just register the places where it seems there might be Titans in your map app for you. That's a cool phone cover. Ooh. Okay, Stony Cliff Titan is 100% claw. The rest is gonna be interesting. Looking forward to that dragon one though. Path of Legends. Let's do for a bit, and we can get more into the details later. And in the meantime, take this. A little gift list tomato. Stardust, hell yeah, I can sell this. Give the idea some serious thought, please. Okay then. Got a cool. This is Thomas, correct? I hacked your smartphone so I could talk to you. Hope you don't mind. I'm sorry, who are you? My name's Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia? I want to go with that. But never mind that. It's you I want to talk. It's you I want to talk about. I hear you're a trainer with serious potential. If that description is accurate, there's something I'd like to ask of you. Tell me, Thomas. You know about Team Star, right? Okay, it's this stuff. Great, I appreciate you being up front here. Team Star is a group of troublemakers formed by some academy students a while back. They cause headaches for the school and try to bring other students down to their level. And I refuse to sit idly by and let them get away with it. So I've come up with a plan to bring down Team Star and force them to disband for good. It's called Operation Startle. That just sounds pretty cool. But I'll need allies to carry this out this operation. I'd like you to be one of them. Yep. There's a reply right this second. We can discuss the details some other time. Till then, I'll leave you to it. Bye. Like, okay, that's gonna be interesting. Ah, Master Thomas. Please do try to keep your voice down if you're making calls within the school, won't you? Of course, sir. You don't want anyone else overhearing any personal information after all. Honestly, there are so many things we need to be careful about in this day and age. On you go then, young man. Why do I get the feeling... Okay, and Team Star, you say? Okay, until he said that, I had the feeling that he might have actually been the one who hacked the phone, but never mind. Calling Master Thomas to the director's office, please. Once again. Okay. This is gonna be... Okay, this looks pretty big. Actually looks quite flash as well. Like, I can imagine this being a real building in real life. I would 100% just be sitting somewhere in here. Probably on my laptop just playing games or something, but this looks pretty cool, honestly. This is probably okay. Up the stairs we go. There's even more. I don't think they can Japanese. Okay. Where about I have to go? I'm gonna tell you, get it, you can go through these. Oh, okay. Thank you for coming, Master Thomas. How have you been doing your time here at Naranja Academy? Yeah, pretty cool. It was wonderful to hear. Now, you may be wondering why we could not have simply conversed earlier in the cafeteria. But let me assure you, there is a reason why I asked you to meet me in the office. It seems that a friend of mine has a rather serious matter they would like to discuss with you. Oh no, I'm afraid they aren't actually here in this room with us. One moment, please. Just allow me to connect us. Ah, Professor Sava. Hello, Thomas. It is nice to meet you. My name is Professor Sava. I carry out Pokemon research within the great crater of Paldea, also known as... I was right, it was Area Zero. That was cool as hell though. The professor is, in fact, a graduate of our fine academy, as well as a splendid researcher. Well, allow me to get straight to the point. Thomas, student ID number A05C393. You're the student who travels with the unusual Pokemon Collider, is that correct? Thank you, I appreciate that you're honest in confirming that, the facts. Not that I do not mean to offend you, in fact, I wish to ask for your assistance. Oh, how good to see that you are... Oh well, it has been quite a while since we last met. Koraidon was once in my care, you see? Its Pokeball was also originally mine. I assume you received it from a young man called Arthur. I'm no longer in any position to be able to manage that Pokemon myself. That is what I would ask of you. Would you continue looking after Koraidon on my behalf? Yep. I do appreciate your agreement. Koraidon has been greatly weakened and is currently incapable of battle. It can, however, take on a form specialized for mobility. In all likelihood, it will require some time for it to fully regain the capabilities it once had. I will provide you with my contact information if you would please get out your phone. I will be in regular contact going forward to keep tabs on the status. Until then. Kind of weird that the way kind of like I guess knowing the student ID is one thing. The way she said it sounded kind of weird as well. Okay, could this Pokemon have its origins within Area Zero? Sada, don't tell me you actually did it. Okay, yes, something is up. Well, it seems that the professor is asking quite the favour of you. But of course, the Academy is always here to support you in any way that we are able. I do hope you'll continue to enjoy your school life together with that Koraidon. Hello, excuse me. Oh, you're still here, Thomas. Oof. Getting called into the director's office. How'd you land that much trouble already? Nah, kidding. I know it wasn't like that. Mr. Jack wanted me to show you the way to your room in the school dorms. I was wondering about that actually. Your very own private room. Hell yeah, no roommates whatsoever. Let's go check it out. Okay, this is pretty cool. How we even get a kitchen? This is pretty cool. From today on, this is your room, Thomas. Actually, it's as new to me as it is to you. Never seen it, never been in here before. Maybe check out your new bed. It's comfy and it must be pretty worn out from all this stuff happening on your very first day, huh? A quick rest on the bed is all you need to get yourself on your Pokemon health again. I'll see you tomorrow when you're rested up. Then we can battle even more. Take care. She really is a battle freak, isn't she? It's the bathroom. Make sure you have a feeling. It's your own personal kitchen. Hell yeah. You go and microwave. You can't even sit in the chair. Come on. Days quickly fly by after you start your new yada yada and then... Okay. There's a bit of a time skip there. Attention, all students. Today marks the beginning of an important new assignment. Please assemble in the schoolyard, where I will explain in more detail. It's time! I've been waiting forever for this. Come on, let's go out to the schoolyard. Well, I can wait for next episode. I want to end it here. So, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. See ya.